I've put the Punk Rider Pro electric scooter through its paces for months. I've collected hard raw performance data and pushed it to the limit in the real world. Today, I'm breaking it all down for you. So this scooter packs a wide range of premium features at a surprisingly low price. But does it deliver where it really matters? In this data-driven review, I'll cut through the hype and tell you my honest opinion of the Punk Rider Pro. I've tested more than 70 electric scooters by now, so let's see how it stacks up against the competition. Before we continue, I want to tell you that I've made what I think is the ultimate scooter finder tool. It's been months in the making and I'm really proud of the result. You can compare over 300 models based on basically every spec imaginable. And here's what makes it truly special. It incorporates live pricing. This means you can easily find the models that offer the most range or speed per dollar or whatever you're interested in. You can also make a free account to set up price alerts for your favorite models. You'll get notified when prices drop to your target. Plus, you can see the best deals right now based on real historical price data. No fake sales or inflated before prices. Check the link in the description or jump over to ERideHero.com to make your account and start using the tool. It's completely free. You can support my work by purchasing your next scooter through my affiliate links in the description or on my website. Now, back to the review. The Punk Rider Pro is equipped with dual motors totaling 1200 watts of nominal power and 2300 watts at peak. My tests confirmed a top speed of 31.5 miles per hour, which aligns pretty well with the manufacturer's claimed 32. Next up, I tested the acceleration, and this is an area where the Punk Rider Pro truly excels. It reached 15 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds and 20 miles per hour in 4.37 seconds. This puts it on par with more expensive models like the Apollo City Pro and Inokim XO. One thing I really liked is that the takeoff is a bit more forgiving than many competitors. It's got enough zing to give you an adrenaline kick, but you always feel in control thanks to the smoother acceleration curve. The Punk Rider Pro continued to impress on my hill tests. On my standard 8% grade test, it maintained an average speed of 23.4 miles per hour. This is even better than the Inokim XO, despite it having stronger motors on paper, and it nearly matches the Apollo City Pro. I then took it on a new challenge on a 17% hill, which is the steepest incline in my city, and it absolutely smashed it without a struggle. I'd say this scooter can handle grades up to 25% with relative ease. Apart from that, you've got all the features you'd want in a dual motor setup, like cruise control, zero start, speed limiting, and adjustable acceleration. These can be set to your preference through the app. All in all, the Punk Rider Pro's motor performance is exceptional for its price point. It handles both flat commutes and steep inclines really well. I think the Mantis V2 is the only competitor that can beat it on raw motor performance at its price, but that scooter comes with its own weaknesses, which means I'd probably skip it. The Punk Rider Pro is powered by a 52-volt 18 amp hours battery with a total capacity of 936 watt-hours. It's made with 21,700 cells instead of the industry standard 18,650 cells. They're a newer technology with better energy density, and the individual cells are often more expensive, so it's impressive Punk Electric have been able to fit it in at this price. Punk Electric advertise up to 45 miles of range, but all I care about is real-world numbers. That's why I ran 3 range tests at different speeds to see how far this thing truly goes. In my speed priority test, I pushed the scooter to its limits. This got me 20.7 miles of range. In the regular test, which is most comparable to real-world riding, I got 23.2 miles. Lastly, in the range priority test, I rode economically at a lower speed and got an impressive 28.6 miles. The results are pretty good. They position the Punk Rider Pro competitively in its class. It outperforms the Varla Pegasus and comes close to the Splash Twin, though it doesn't quite match the longer range of the Apollo City Pro or Inokim XO. It's not a class winner, but it's decent enough for most riders. Also, I just want to mention that the performance retention is exceptionally good. In my tests, I was still getting zippy acceleration and 30 miles per hour in my last 10% battery. So what about range relative to weight? Based on my regular range test, the Punk scored 0.34 miles per pound, which is definitely not the most efficient in its class. However, the trade-off is a really sturdy build, sizable dimensions, and a comfortable ride. Charging takes about 9 to 10 hours with the bundled 2-amp charger. I personally don't mind, but I think there are a lot of users that would like to see Punk Electric release a fast charger in the future. In the manual, it says it supports up to 5 amps, but I'd advise against using a third-party charger for now, as it may void warranty if any issues arise. Overall, the Punk Rider Pro offers pretty good battery performance. If all you care about is range, there are better alternatives, but most of those fall short in other areas. Still, it's got enough range to satisfy most urban commuters who need that dual motor oomph to kick through challenging terrain. Ride quality is an area where the Punk Rider Pro really hits it home, especially considering its price point. It's got a spacious deck and tall, wide handlebars, which make it an excellent choice for medium and tall riders. The scooter rides on 10 by 3 inch tubeless tires from Innova. They are pre-sealed with anti-puncture gel to increase durability and reduce maintenance. I ran them at 45 psi, and they really did a great job at absorbing road vibrations. The tires had enough tread to handle some hybrid riding on hard-packed trails as well. The Punk also has rubber suspension front and rear. It helps soften out those larger bumps, but it doesn't feel quite as cushioned as spring suspension with longer travel. Don't get me wrong, it's still great and much better than models without, but it feels a bit stiffer and has less travel compared to springs. The usable deck space measures 18.3 by 7.9 inches, and there's an angled footrest at the rear that I absolutely love. There's ample space for riders of all sizes, and you can easily adapt your footing to reduce strain on those longer rides. The rubber mats are easy to clean and provide good traction. However, I had an issue on my unit where the footrest mat came loose, and after some research, this seems to be occurring for a lot of riders. It's annoying but easily fixable with a few drops of superglue. One standout feature is the 5.6 inch ground clearance. In other words, you ride tall on the Punk Pro. This allows the scooter to easily handle curbs, bumps and potholes without worrying about scratching the underside. Then there's the cockpit. It's well designed and I really like these swept back handlebars. They promote a natural riding position and just make you feel in control. The grips are ergonomic and the buttons are tactile as well. I just feel the whole dashboard setup looks great. The thumb and regen throttle response are also smooth and lag-free. It just feels really refined. We're seeing more scooters in this class move towards drum brakes, and I'm all for it. It's almost maintenance-free, and in my tests, the performance difference compared to disc brakes isn't that big. I measured a braking distance from 15 miles an hour in 12.6 feet, which is more than enough to stop safely. It doesn't quite match the dual motor competitors, but I don't think it needs to either. The display in the middle is really nice as well. It's fairly easy to read in direct sunlight. I'm a big fan of the sun shield too. If you're struggling to see, you can always angle it to keep the display shadowed. The electronic horn is great and loud enough for traffic, but the beeps when you press buttons are unnecessarily loud in my opinion. Overall, the Punk Rider Pro delivers a really comfortable and stable ride that punches above its weight class. It's a perfect fit for taller riders or those who prioritize ride comfort over extreme portability. The Punk Rider Pro weighs 69 pounds, so it isn't the lightest scooter on the block. But I personally think the weight is justified by the sturdy build and comfortable large dimensions. It's obviously a scooter designed more for comfort and performance rather than portability, but that goes for most dual motor scooters apart from maybe some of the cheaper VSET models and the Splash Twin. At the end of the day, a lot of this weight is what makes the scooter feel grounded and stable on the road. Honestly, the weight isn't that bad. You'll have a hard time feeling the weight difference between this and the Apollo City Pro or Vala Pegasus. The Inoki Mox-O is a tad heavier. I really like the folding mechanism. It's super robust and easy to operate. It uses a simple release lever and a safety pin on the side, which I've tested over 100 times to simulate wear and tear. The mechanism held up perfectly and with no signs of loosening or wear. The stem can be hooked to an anchor point on the footrest when you have to carry it. This is one of the only areas with room for improvement. I found that it can sometimes unhook or fall out of alignment. It's pretty much the same issue the Apollo City Pro had in its initial version, which was later fixed. Hopefully Punk will do the same. The weight distribution is well balanced when carrying, but it's definitely not something I'd lug around all day. It's just much more fun to ride than it is to carry. Overall, the Punk Rider Pro isn't the most portable scooter in its class, but the solid build and comfortable ride will make up for the added weight and size for many riders. The Punk Rider Pro really impressed me with its build quality, especially considering its price point. The frame is made primarily from aluminum alloy, which is industry standard. However, to me, the overall construction feels more robust than most competitors in the same price range. One of the standout features is the IPX6 water resistance rating. This is exceptionally high for a scooter in this class. I've ridden it in medium to heavy rain on several occasions, and it has held up perfectly. There aren't any obvious gaps or weak points in the design, which is a big plus. If you need something that can handle all seasons, the Punk Rider Pro is hard to beat. You've also got really strong fenders with multiple contact points and a long and strong kickstand that sits perfectly at the scooter's center of gravity. Once again, I tested the endurance of the kickstand by flipping it 500 times, and it's as tight and stable as it was before. Safety features are another area where the Punk Rider Pro excels. The visibility is easily the best I've seen in a scooter under $2,000. Apart from being beautifully aesthetic, it's also highly functional. There are accent lights on the sides of the deck and stem, a bright dual headlight that can be angled, and a sizable brake light along with reflectors. You've also got turn signals for a full 360-degree light setup that you simply can't beat at the price. Overall, this thing is just really well built. It's obvious that this model is made by people who actually ride scooters themselves. It feels like they've paid attention to small technical details where other brands cut corners. It's ambitious to go for a proprietary interface where other brands like Splash and Varla are simply using plug-and-play parts. I'm all for it and can't wait to see what Punk brings to us next. The Punk Rider Pro stands exceptionally strong with a mix of performance, build quality, and features at a competitive price. The powerful dual motors, smooth acceleration, and excellent hill climbing ability make it ideal for both demanding commutes and adrenaline rides. Thanks to a comfortable cushioned ride and class-leading light setup and high water resistance, it's one of the safest and most reliable scooters for all-weather use. While not the most portable option, I think the trade-off in comfort and performance is worth it for many riders. If you're looking for a versatile, high-performance electric scooter that won't break the bank, the Punk Rider Pro is definitely worth considering. For those interested in buying the Punk Rider Pro, I've got an exclusive discount code in the video description. By using our affiliate link and this code, you'll save money and support my channel. This support allows me to continue testing and reviewing new scooters in the future. I really do appreciate your support. That's it for this review. What do you think about the Punk Rider Pro, and which scooter do you think I should review next? Let me know in the comments. Ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.